The Brighton Central School District, located in a community of over 37,000, is a suburb of Rochester, New York, and serves over 3,400 students. Here is Town Supervisor Bill Maley.
As supervisor of the town of Brighton, I get to speak with people all the time about our community, and particularly with people who are considering moving to Brighton or considering bringing a business to Brighton. And central to who we are, our identity as a community, is the Brighton Central School District. This district leads the way in every possible area.
In its 2023 Best School Rankings, Niche.com ranked Brighton Central School District as the #1 district in both the Rochester area and upstate New York. Larry Davis is the president of the Brighton Board of Education.
This school district offers a lot. This town offers a lot. I love the connectedness between the schools. So as you progress through each of the 4 schools, there's always people there along the way to help with that progression. But I also love the consistency of message across the schools. Everybody has an opportunity. Everybody will be seen. Everybody will be heard. And we expect to provide rigorous coursework for everyone.
Advanced placement courses in the Brighton School District include physics, chemistry, biology, environmental science, psychology, geography, history, U.S. government and politics, computer science principles, math, English, French, German, Spanish, art history, studio art, music theory, and world history. Dr. Susan Gasparino is a Board of Education member.
The inclusion of children in advanced placement classes has been something that our district is really focused on. So to be selected for an advanced placement class traditionally has just focused on grades alone and not looking at the whole child. So we look and include children who might otherwise have been passed over for AP classes, and we're encouraging them to try that harder class to be included.
The district was also ranked #1 for best places to teach in the Rochester area and #1 for best teachers in the Rochester area. Julie Kopp is the district curriculum and assessment coach.
We've been supported through professional development in the district to give the opportunity for teachers to work on supporting students in bringing what they have to the table, recognizing that all students, regardless of their experience, have something to bring to the table, and codifying that in the learning that we're providing for students in the classroom.
Jeff Green is the district's Director of Student and Family Engagement.
One of the things that Brighton does so well is our flexibility and our efforts to meet the individual needs of kids. I've never been in an environment that is so flexible to the various needs of students and families. I'm just really proud to be a part of an organization that truly goes out of their way to try to make things happen on an individual basis, based upon the needs of individuals and groups of kids. And then we're going to continue to make Brighton, one of the best school districts, not only in New York State, but also in the country.
Brighton High School was named a National Blue Ribbon School in 2018 and a New York State Reward School for increased student achievement and closing gaps in student performance in 2017. The principal at Brighton High School is Dr. Tom Hall.
So Brighton High School, in 2013, we graduated 89% of our students, and in 10 years, we graduated 98% of our students, virtually closing all gaps between students.
Brighton High School was also named one of Newsweek's top 500 STEM high schools in its nationwide 2020 ranking. Science teacher Jamie Porta.
One of the wonderful things about working in Brighton is the history of academic excellence. We have lots of different levels of academic rigor for our students. They can kind of plug themselves into to find the right spot for them, the right challenge for them. And when students are enthusiastic about coming to school, when they're engaged, and when they have people that they can talk to, it just really makes a wonderful place to be, to teach, and to learn when you're a student.
In 2022, Brighton was designated as a best community for music education for the 13th consecutive year. Sarah Stabell teaches in the Performing Arts Department.
As a parent in the district and as a teacher here in the music department, we are so fortunate because nothing is expendable. Everything that everybody does here is important if it serves the needs of our kids. Many places in the country, music or art or theater are seen as not core to what our kids are trying to learn. And here we're able to take our kids to have amazing experiences. As a teacher, I feel so fortunate to be in a district where my work is valued.
More than 1,600 students participate in programs in the visual and performing arts, which includes multiple grade levels of choir, band, orchestra, jazz ensembles, chamber groups, and instrumental lessons. Dr. Tracy Glazer heads up the Visual and Performing Arts Department.
The district's commitment to ensuring that all students here, from kindergarten through 12th grade, have access to all different types of learning experiences has been incredibly impressive. You know, as the director of visual and performing arts, getting to see students on the stage, then on the football field, and then in the classrooms, and the same student being able to craft their own path and experiences is really something that makes the district incredibly unique.
There are over 650 high school students enrolled in visual arts electives. Over 800 high school and middle school visual arts students have participated in local and regional art exhibitions and contests. And there are over 1,500 student roster spots on Brighton's 72 interscholastic athletic teams. Here's Brighton resident and coach Dave Tisa.
In Brighton, I started coaching youth football back in 2012, and the level of commitment that the school district supports the community organizations that might not necessarily be directly related to the school. When there's a homecoming event and all the community teams are in the homecoming parade, it really creates a feeling of welcoming, and it gives everybody the opportunity, starting at a young age, to be able to participate in sports, and that really builds a community pride feel here at Brighton.
The 12 Corners Middle School was redesignated as an Essential Elements School to Watch for 2021. This was the 6th time the middle school was selected. Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Allison Rio.
And when we're looking at our student data, we're looking with the particular lens of thinking about how can we break down any barriers for students before they get to the high school. So if we're waiting to look at data when they're at the high school and decide if they're ready for an accelerated class or if they should be offered additional opportunities, sometimes we've waited too long. So instead of just saying these are the data points that we're going to focus on in 5th grade accelerated math, for example, we might say, let's look at our students, and if they're not in the accelerated math program, what are the barriers that we need to break down so that they can become part of that program? Because if they're able to join accelerated math at 5th grade, then that opens up a lot of opportunities for them as they continue down into middle school and high school, and they'll be able to take different advanced classes down the road. Council Rock Primary School became the first primary school in the United States to receive an International Habits of Mind School of Excellence Award in 2019. The principal of Council Rock Primary School, Matt Tappan.
I think really thinking about how we're celebrating all of our students' differences, similarities, and allowing students to really start to examine that in themselves, working on creating the relationships and the environment, those two things as key to having students all feel part of our community, to have families all feel part of our community, to feel listened to feel valued, and to feel that they have something to contribute here to our learning environment every single day.
There are over 85 clubs and a variety of academic competitions at the elementary, middle, and high schools, with opportunities for students and families. Brighton parent and Board of Education member Esther Winter.
My children have received and are receiving an excellent education and have made long-lasting friendships, and I have made long-lasting friendships in this district as well.
Joe Curry is a Brighton student's parent.
When we moved to Rochester, we looked around at different districts and picked Brighton because of all the opportunities for our son. There's clubs, great academics, sports, and he gets involved in all of it.
Crystal Ellis is a PTSA committee member and a Brighton parent.
What I found about the Brighton Central School District is that not only does my daughter get the education she needs, it's not just her being a kid in the district. She gets the education she needs and the education that she deserves.
For more information about the Brighton Central School District, visit the district website online at bcsd.org.